Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TC Tech. Can you believe it's September already and it's 95 degrees outside? What is going on here? I have no idea. It's wild. I am literally sweating to my shirt here. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know it's a really nice evening out there, and I've heard a lot of people say, I wish I was swimming right now. I relate. But we got to be here because it's a fantastic evening to bring in some pitch contestants and hear some entrepreneurial journeys and see what's going on out there in the ecosystem. So I'm Chris Nesbitt. I am the event director for TC Tech, and I'm going to take you through the show tonight as MC as well. Without further ado, we're going to get started with some housekeeping items. So first off, have you checked in yet? If you haven't, please make sure you do so. You can do that by scanning the QR code right here. And we also have the web address right there, app.tcnewtech.org. Now, there's a lot of benefits to using the app, one of the main ones is that you can vote for your favorite pitch contestant tonight and going forward, but also you are able to donate, you're able to become a member, you're able to keep connected via SMS, we'll give you reminders, etc. So there's lots of valuable things in the app. Highly encourage utilizing that. Next thing up is please make sure you've silenced your cell phones. I am the biggest culprit of that, but hearing that in the middle of a presentation is very disruptive for the pitch contestants. If you can do something that's a little more akin to that, set it to vibrate, that would be wonderful. We would really prefer that you don't shut off your phone though, because we have another ask. And that ask is to help us with our social media. If you can take photos and videos and check in and tag us and tag the pitch contestants. It really helps to get the message out there, helps us break out of our network. It can be kind of challenging to do once you get locked in. We got a big network, but you know, it's always nice to be able to reach people that haven't heard of us before. And we're doing some really good work here. We've got a lot of great resources. And so we would love to reach all the people that don't already know about us. And with that, we're going to talk a little bit about the schedule. First up, we're going to have Bill Palladino come up and talk to us about why TC Tech is important. Those of you who've been here before kind of know what that's about. We're going to have 20 Fathoms come up and give an update about the current affairs over at 20 Fathoms. And then I am going to give another quick tip. It's been a minute since we've had a quick tip, and I'm excited about the one that we're going to be doing tonight. And then we're going to have 2 virtual pitches. They're great pitches. And then we're going to get an update from Creative Coast. And then we'll have the 2 live pitches after that, followed by audience voting, PSAs, and then we'll do the award. And I do have a note here. I was told that 7 Monks is closed, so we're going to try workshop because that's the next best thing for sure. So we'll think on our feet here. So without further ado, let's get Bill Palladino up here to talk a little bit about why TC Tech is so important. Come on up, Bill. Run, run, run.
Ooh, welcome to Sweat-timber. I swear this shirt was pressed about 2 hours ago. It's just, thank you. Thanks for making it out tonight. It's a crazy September night. But hey, TC Tech, here we are again this month. A little confusing on the date because we had to go back and forth with some other stuff that was going on. But we do this every month to keep the innovation in this community rolling. It's our whole ecosystem of innovation and entrepreneurship that we are a part of here, along with our friends at 20 Fathoms. And it's really important of your support. Showing your support here is great. Thanks for doing that. Of course, you can also go to the app, hit that donate button. That's pretty sweet. Want to give some love to our friends at Oriana, who brought us some nice hors d'oeuvres tonight. So thanks to Oriana, Steve Nance, and the folks over there, because food is part of the innovation process as well. And also next week, if you haven't tuned in yet, starting on Monday, Innovation Mindset, a new program, an 11-week program through NMC. Our folks, friends Willard and Josh over here are heading up that. If you're interested in the program, let us know. But thanks for being here with TC Tech. We really appreciate you. If you can help us financially or otherwise with a sponsorship, let us know. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Bill. Next up, we've got our gold sponsor, 20 Fathoms, and we're actually going to read this off so we make sure we get it all here. We would like to thank 20 Fathoms for being our gold sponsor for all of this year. The sponsorship highlights an ongoing effort to further streamline our mission of supporting new startups, and generally the startup ecosystem in Northern Michigan, especially Traverse City. 20 Fathoms is a critical component of this effort, and we are excited to deepen this already strong relationship and leverage it for all of our wonderful startups here in Traverse City. I'd like to welcome Eric Roberts up to the stage to give us an update of all the going-ons over at 20 Fathoms.
I waited long enough. So thank you all for being here. I have on good authority that some people traveled a long ways. Who came more than an hour? Who spent more than an hour getting here? Just one, huh? I heard. Okay, thanks. I'd heard that there were some more. So I guess thank you very much for your time, for investing your time to come up here on a hot night. It's also back to school night, so thanks for that. Dropped off kids today. It's a time when we're all supposed to look really sad, right? It's the day that we all look sad. I told you back in April that we 20 Fathoms we're going to pull back a little bit over the summer. Our engagement, our membership has been at record highs through the summer. Our engagement, a lot of the programming drops off a little bit, especially locals get busy. But that's starting to switch. As we go come out of summer and get into fall, we're going to a lot more of our programming and events are coming back again. One in particular that I want to call out, and then there's a couple in the next slide too. And you've all heard Gretchen talk about this. Is a partnership class that is also with NMC, and they're the ones who are teaching it. And if you recall, going back a while, we said we'd establish an employer-led collaborative, an ELC, in our area. That's 38 employers we're up to in that collaborative right now. We ask them, what are the skills that you need? What is it that you need? We'll work on the development of a curriculum if you tell us what you need to make folks hireable and the skills that you need. They informed this class. And so this class is being offered. It starts in about a month from now. If you've even thought about it or considered it, you'll see it's in the evening. Go register for the class. Go take it. One of those employers in that collaborative, Safety Net, phenomenal partner of ours at 20 Fathoms, has agreed to provide a scholarship for one seat for that class. Northwest Michigan Works has a variety of programs that can help you pay for it too, so don't be turned off by the cost. But it's a really good program, and it's I can't stand here and guarantee you a job when you come out the other end of it. But that's the work that we did for you, is to go figure out what was needed in the region, and then make sure that there was a class ready for it. So please go check that out. Secondly, again, we're ramping up a bit more programming. You'll see some stuff here for both September and October. I told you a month ago about our 5th year anniversary party in the beginning of October. It's full. I hope you listened. I hope everybody jumped on the registration really fast. We do have a wait list, and a lot of our events in the past, we have cleared some of that wait list. So if you haven't registered, please go in and do that and get yourself registered. There's a variety of meetups happening. Our open house has really taken off. We had to work really hard to kick people out an hour after it closed down this past week. So I've been really happy with the turnout there. As I said a month ago, if you want to know what's going on and you want to stay caught up, come to that event. You're going to run into other people who know what's going on, can share some of that stuff with you as well. So again, grab that. I don't know if you had time to grab the QR code. Gretchen is out at the table in the back. She can help you with the scholarship information. She can help you with anything on this page and getting into the Eventbrite space and getting signed up for it. So that's it for me. So good luck to all the other pitchers. I think we have 4 of them tonight. That's awesome. I know that you play a really important role. Like, you sharpen them, you sharpen their iron when you ask good questions and you challenge some of their thinking. So you did the first thing by showing up here tonight. The second thing is be engaged, participate, and help them out as well. Okay? Thanks.
Thank you so much, Eric. And I definitely love making a personal plug for 20 Fathoms. I love going up there. The collision space is phenomenal. You run into all kinds of people that you want to know or that you want to see. So, and the view is unbeatable. So, all right. So now we're going to talk a little bit about our favorite topic here in tech is AI. I prefer to lean on this generative side, but we're going to be talking about Adobe Photoshop Generative Fill. This is a new feature that's been rolled out in their beta Strawberry version of Adobe Photoshop. And just like last time when I talked to you about ChatGPT, I'm going to be showing you guys how this works and how it simplifies your workflows and how easy and accessible it really is. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to do it the same way we did last time. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start a new document. I just found some stock photography, dropped it in there, pretty vanilla, basic, pretty boring, honestly. But you'll notice I had a blank space here, and I've gone ahead and just, it gives you a prompt, a text prompt, and you can see I typed in nothing there, or I typed in remove, and it just took it out altogether. I want to put a whiteboard here. up in the generative fill space, I just type in whiteboard. I have sped up the renderings, by the way. And so it's going to drop in a whiteboard. Now, what I want to, this is basically the process all the way through until the very end when I do a little color grading, but I've got 20 years of design experience, and this blew me away. The fact that it can do this. Normally this is a lot of clipping of hard edge photographs and stock photography. You have to do the research to find the stock photography. You have to clip them out. You have to modify things. You have to put the lighting in so that it all fits. So you'll notice I'm really putting in some very basic prompts here. I need a live streaming camera, and drops one in there. Got a couple different options. It gives me 3 variations for each one. It gave me a new camera there. I already had one that I put in a little bit earlier. I don't like that one there anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it to remove it. You see how fast this is, though? And it does not take a lot of skill. This is one tool in Photoshop, okay? And what you'll see by the end of this is that it's going to put out a fairly professional opportunity, image that you can use for your startup in your branding and your marketing. So I just wanted curly hair here. Just doesn't take anything. So, and what I like about this, it seems like Adobe's been working on this for a long, long time, but you've got a bunch of different options. We've got the studio light. What I also like is that it's taking into consideration what those different elements within the picture are doing. So it's environmental. So anytime, sorry, trackpad. I could have cut that out, but I didn't. So, I put the desk in, and it's going to put a nice clean desk here, and it's going to match all the lighting that's in the room. Cleaned it off, took into account the computer. This was a mistake I made. It's basically just a layer positioning. The one interesting thing that it does with this generative fill is that it does create a new layer for everything that it adds, which is really nice because then you can move things around, you can modify that layer, you can decide to delete that layer if you don't like the change that it's made. It's very simple to work with. I tried to have it do a pink microphone to match her, but clearly it wasn't pink, so it was more of a close to a red. Gave me a bunch of different boom mics to put in there. And you'll notice the composition's coming together really, really quick. This is a little bit sped up, but I probably am about 15 minutes in at this point, which normally would have taken hours because you're, like I said, clipping and researching and doing all these things just to get one image. This is very fast, very intuitive. This is kind of where I start to get into some more of the traditional design stuff. I just outline the spaces that are in the background very, very loosely, and I throw in some color gradients. That's not so much the generative fill, but I mean, if you've been following along and kind of watching what I'm doing up on screen here, I do a marquee, I select it, and then I type in what I want there in that space. I can draw it out with a lasso, or I can do it with just a square, and I say, hey, look, I want this in that space, and then I kind of select which is the best fit. You can also tell it to fix things, to remove things. It is so intuitive. So I encourage you guys to go ahead and take a look at this. I'll have a QR code at the very end here, which will take you to Photoshop. You can get a free trial for Photoshop. And so that's the beginning. That's the after. So, and this really, I really tried to do this in a way that somebody who's never used Photoshop could do exactly what I just did in a very short period of time. And like I said, normally I have 20 years of experience doing this. I didn't need that 20 years of experience. So some people can look at that as a threat. I just look at it like I can get more work done faster. So if you scan the QR code down here, that'll get you to the page where it sets you up for the free trial. You will need to download the beta strawberry version. You may have a new beta version, but it is strawberry will work. That's the one I use for this. And then once that free trial is up, it's not a very expensive subscription. It's $20 a month, which in the world of subscriptions for enterprise class software that can do this kind of work for you, it's cheaper than even hiring a VA. So do some of it yourself. When you're doing things early on, you're definitely paying in your own sweat equity, right? So this is a tool that you can use to capitalize on that sweat equity. All right, and so who got a drink tonight? Yeah, okay, cool. So this is my company, Ace Virtual Agency. This is what we just showed you guys is exactly what we do. We research state-of-the-art types of solutions to problems that companies have in a virtual environment. We do everything from video and graphic editing all the way up to virtual assistants or remote flex staff is what we're calling. We also do virtual events and live streaming. This is a roll-up of our old brand, Ace Virtual Events. That's my experience. We come from doing over 400 events a year. during the pandemic. Obviously, that's different now. So this is what we're doing now. And yeah, if you're interested, scan that. You can get a meeting with me. We can talk. Thank you very much. Okay, so with that all done, we are going to go ahead and start our virtual events, or I'm sorry, our virtual pitches. That's a nice segue. Well, normally it's supposed to go a little smoother than that, but computer must have been protesting. Okay. Take it.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Brandon Martin. I'm the founder and CEO of Reaction Technologies. I hope everybody's having a good afternoon, and I wish I was there in person with y'all, but over online. So Reaction Technology was founded after seeing a 13-year-old football player become paralyzed in a football game. Being a former athlete and seeing a kid become seriously injured through the game of football that I played and loved made me want to make a difference. Situational awareness is a key factor in head, neck, and spinal injuries. You will see these type of hits at every level of football, and this is a safety and performance issue. It is estimated that 50% of all high school injuries are associated with poor tackling technique. Over the last couple of years at the higher levels of football, they have started to try to make rule changes to try to take these type of hits out of the game. If a player leads with the crown of their helmet, that player is flagged and ejected from the game. And so this is the difference between wins and losses at the higher levels of football. Can you cue the video? Our product and Reaction Technology is an accessory that wraps around a tackling dummy. You will see tackling dummies at every level of football, from youth football to the NFL. Like I said, our product wraps around the tackling dummy, and what it does is, as a player is running in to hit the tackling dummy, a coach will change the number on the screen. If that player comes in using improper tackling technique with their head down, they won't be able to tell the coach the number on the screen. So what we are looking to do is we are looking to give coaches a tool to be able to help teach proper tackling technique. At the most critical part of the tackle is the collision point, if your head is up or down. And so our goal is to be on the front lines of building fundamentals and building muscle memory that will last with these athletes. Through many customer discovery conversations, we realized that our product is more than just a safety product. Our product is a tool to help enhance athletes' abilities in many sports. We've all seen a youth basketball game where an athlete is dribbling with their head down, not seeing the court. So we use our product being a tool to help enhance athletes' abilities in many sports such as basketball, soccer, rugby, lacrosse. All of these sports is pretty universal that you need to have your head up in command of the game situation. Why our technology works. We focus on three key aspects. We focus on enhancing technique, building muscle memory, and creating situational awareness. We have identified 8 different sports that could use our product from a safety and performance aspect. We estimate there are around 6 million teams through all levels of sport, all levels, and another 6 million outside of the U.S. That's how we got to our total addressable market of $12 billion. Our beachhead market will be youth sports in basketball and football. So the future of our product, we want to integrate cameras, accelerometers, AI, and to be able to get real live feedback as the drill is going on. We envision an app where we could be able to tell a coach, a parent, administrator how many times a kid had their head up, down, in a day, in a week, in a month. And then we want to be able to provide data analytics back to our customers to be able to help teach proper tackling technique or to help teach proper techniques. So today I moved to Michigan in February of 2020. We have received some investment money from Invest Detroit in Southeast Michigan and other economic development centers in Southeast Michigan, such as Ann Arbor Spark and Centropolis Accelerator Program. We had our patent approved, and we came in second place at the MIT Sports Analytics Pitch Competition last year. Our next steps is getting ready for our football and basketball pilot program, and we're looking to get 50 letters of intent by the end of this year. So our founding team has a combined 50 years of football playing experience. And although we are first-time entrepreneurs, we knew that we would need to have a strong team around us to help us get to our vision and get to our goals. And so we have a strong advisory team, and then we also have support of different organizations in Southeast Michigan to help us bring our idea to reality. I know it was quick and short, but you can find us on all social medias at Reaction Tech, and our goal is to be on the front lines of safety and performance for athletes in many sports. Thank you for this opportunity.
Round of applause for Martin, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very impressed with some of the things they've already accomplished to this point. So we're going to get into our Q&A. We've got 5 minutes to go on this. I got them on the clock. So let's start with some questions and answers, guys. He'll give the answers. You ask the question. Chris in the back. Okay, what was actually patented? Was it the physical product or was it the number system?
So it's actually
sensory array.
Yeah, so it's actually the physical product, wrapping it around the tackling dummy, the numbers flashing, and then we're actually patent pending right now on our wearable device.
Excellent. Questions? Okay. So I think the question is a bit of a statement there too, that the physical product is pretty much a standalone piece. And have you considered marketing that independently of the system? Is that good paraphrase? Okay.
Yes, we see many applications for the actual physical product. One of the things we want to do is we want to partner with a tackling dummy company and actually put our technology inside of tackling dummies. That is our end goal on the football side, is being able to go into the tackling dummy game too. But one of the reasons why we were an accessory to start out with is because these schools and organizations already have the tackling dummy. And so how we envision it is we are the shoelace to the shoe to start out with, and then we will start creating the shoes.
Definition of bootstrapping. I love it. All right. Do we have any more questions? Come on, guys. Right here. It's a great question. Do you have any plans to release it in the consumer market for parents or concerned guardians?
100%. We see this being a tool where a parent could buy it. They could be able to take their child out to the field and really be able to teach them the most critical part of tackle is the collision point. In these other sports such as soccer, basketball, these is going to be a great tool as we get a little bit further along, where we want to incorporate voice recordings and all of that good stuff, where a parent could buy this, you could put it to your basketball goal, and we can see how many times you call out the number right or wrong, and then be able to take it back into the classroom setting inside the house on the computer. Try to gamify it a little bit.
Great response. Yep. What is the price point per unit?
$379. We didn't want to outprice our beachhead market, which is the youth sports. And I should also add too, our product is not going to be something you just buy one of. A high school has 50 tackling dummies. A college has 100 tackling dummies. And so we see this being a tool where you could come in and buy 4 or 5 at a time. And in the future model, we see a subscription model where a school could come in, buy 10, pass it from the football team, the basketball team, soccer team, ship them back to us, and we'll ship you new ones.
Excellent. So we got room for one more question, ladies and gentlemen. Sean in the back. Okay, I'm going to try and paraphrase that. That was a long question. So I think that the core of the message there, see, I am the first culprit to forget to do what I tell everybody to do. So the question was, if I may, is the data that comes from the device, is it a real-time feedback, something that goes to an app, or is it a report type situation where you go to a website and download it, or any a different format?
we envision it into an app setting. We envision an app where a parent could log in, an administrator could log in, a coach could log in, even a player. And we want to be able to track that throughout the player's playing career, pretty much. So if you can imagine a 7-year-old coming into playing football, we will be able to collect enough data on them all the way as they continue to get higher to higher levels. This is all valuable information coaches want to know. They want to know if players can make an adjustment. They want to know what type of force you're bringing in when you're hitting. So we learned a lot at the MIT Sports Analytics Conference, and we want to get into the data and the analytics of this too. Right now, we are just a read and react product, but in the future models of our product, we will get into this analytics and data too.
Excellent. Thank you for that response. I think that's really valuable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give Brandon another round of applause. Wow.
Thank you.
You got a great applause there. That's really good.
Thank y'all.
All righty. And Joshua, if we could get queued up for Briaka.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I couldn't make it in today, but I'm here virtually, so that's better than nothing, right? I'm Briaka Doucette, the founder of Animation Discovery Studio. And I'm sure you all are familiar with some of these cartoons, if not one, the other. So we have Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Simpsons, Proud Family. All of these cartoons were created using someone's imagination. A video. So what we want to do is give underprivileged youth the creative outlet to tell their stories the way they see it through animations. We want to give them the opportunity to bring their imaginations to life. Growing up in Detroit, I understood firsthand how the lack of resources hindered my potential as well as others, which is why Animation Discovery Studio is more than an educational institution. It's a transformative journey that resonates deeply with the struggles I faced growing up in poverty in Detroit. Through the magic of animation, we are igniting creativity, empowering minds, and unlocking opportunities. According to the National Child Development Study, children who were involved in creative activities such as free writing, storytelling, crafts, drama, or painting by the age of 7, they were at a lower risk of social and behavioral instability by the onset of puberty. Numbers provided by the district show that in 2017, out of 81 schools serving general education studies, 55 had no art teachers and 51 had no instrumental or vocal music teachers during the school year. The National Child Development Study also states that these creative outlets may, in fact, be protective of mental illness, such as schizophrenia or malaise by adolescents. According to the U.S. Department of Justice for Youth, they account for the largest portion of arrests for robbery than other violent crimes. A 2014 study commissioned by Adobe showed that 82% of companies believe there is a strong connection between creativity and business results, correlating greater market share and competitive leadership. So today, I'm asking for funding to support our pilot program to teach some industry-related animation skills. Together, your resources and outreach could change these youth life's trajectories right from the start. Together, we can change communities and then change the world. Let's embark on this journey to give the kids the creative outlets to tell their stories the way they see it through animations. We're shaping a brighter future where every young talent thrives, every story finds a voice, and every dream takes flight. Let's give these kids the opportunity to bring their imaginations to life with skills learned at Animation Discovery Studio.
Can we get a round of applause for Briaka? All right, so we are going to get into our 5 minutes of Q&A here, Briaka, and let's open the floor. Does anybody have any questions? Right here. Do you have 2 or 3 programs that you've already seen that is producing great results that you can give us examples?
So right now we are at the idea stage, and I'm currently working with Code 313, and what they do is they teach gaming, AR, VR, drones. So they're actually going to allow me to run a pilot program through their school. So I'll be able to do that really soon.
Excellent. Any other? Right here. What will a pilot program look like and how many students will be involved?
So I'm looking at maybe about maybe 6 or 7 students. And the pilot program, basically, I will teach those kids some animation skills using some software that I have, the software that we have. So I'll show them how to animate things like cartoons, images, create 3D images, and just use animation.
Any other questions? You. Can you, sorry, I'm distracted by the echo here. Can you say that one more time and I'll repeat it for you? I'm just trying to look at my tech guy back here. Perfect, thank you. So how are you going to interact with the students? How often? How long? What type of material are you going to share with them?
So right now I'm looking at maybe an hour-and-a-half pilot program. And what I'll be showing them is how to animate using Keynote, Adobe Character, and just a few different things in the Adobe Creative Suite. I'll be showing them how to actually make their images move, or whatever they decide that they want to create. I'm going to make it move we're going to make it move and interact with whatever they're trying to do. Basically create a cartoon.
Excellent. You, sir. Okay, so how does this differ from what an art teacher would teach in a school system, and how are you going to measure your success over time?
So this is different from what an art teacher teach because this is actual animation. So this is it's kind of related to what Disney does. You know, Disney isn't, you can't just be an art teacher to teach animations. You have to actually know how to go in and create different frames and motions, and you know, it's more complex than it looks. It looks really simple, but it's really not. It does take a lot of skill, a lot of time and patience. And progress would be measured over time based off of the students' creations and how soon they can actually get some output, like output an actual animation, how long it takes them to create these animations, and if they actually, you know, can create these things using the tools that I provide them with.
And I can back that up. It's a lot more complicated than it looks. Do we have any other questions? You, sir. Basically, how do your expenses break down? Okay, so how do your expenses break down? I mean, do you have subscriptions that you need to pay for, staffing costs, etc.?
Yes. So right now we do have subscription fees that we have to pay, and as well as you know, we've created this partnership already. So they have a lot of tools and resources that we could use that they said that they will allow us to use. Code 313. Shout out to them. And so yeah, right now we're just trying to get those subscription fees covered.
Okay, thank you very much. If we could get another round of applause for Briaka. And I'm going to take 1 second real quick here to switch back into the other mode so we can get going here. Okay, so originally we were going to have Creative Coast give an update tonight, but Abby was not able to make it, so I am going to do that for her. So basically, Creative Coast has got their quarterly meeting coming up, and they have sent me something they'd like me to read. So Michigan Creative Coast invites you to attend the next Fresh Coast Quarterly Club on September 21st from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Shorts Pole Barn in Elk Rapids. This is an excellent opportunity to get plugged into the vibrant, creative, and entrepreneurial community of Grand Traverse region. So hit the road for a short drive to Elk Rapids this month with Creative Coast. So I encourage everybody to go over there and participate in that. The Creative Coast Quarterlies are fantastic, great networking opportunities. And we have a few in-kind sponsorships, two of which that actually are really near and dear to my heart here. So we've got ElevateNet.net. They provide all of the Wi-Fi so that we can do our live streaming, which is great. Thank you so much, Chris, for that. And we've got 20 Fathoms, one of the more notable in-kind donors we have here tonight. They provide us office space and boardroom meetings and all kinds of wonderful things that make TC New Tech more efficient and more comfortable, really. Creative Coast donates the True Job Board. And so we're very grateful for that. If you haven't been there, I'll talk a little bit more about it later, but that's a really big donation for them. They also sponsor us outright. The two that I really want to focus on here are Pro 360 Media. That's Sean Roach. He's moving around here with a big old camera, taking professional photography and stuff we use day in and day out for our social media, our email blasts, our PR campaigns. Sean does a great job shooting that. He does that free of charge for us. And couldn't thank you more, Sean. Thank you so much for that. It's a really, really important piece in my eyes of what we do here so that everybody can see what we're up to if they aren't able to make it. And then AK Productions, who does all of our streaming. Joshua Paul back in the corner there. Joshua tends to watch our shows through his computer and his camera as much as all of us are watching the screen up here. He's making sure things are working on the stream side. So thank you, all of our in-kind sponsors, for everything that you do. Up next, we've got Ian Thompson with Engineer This. We're going to jump into our live sessions now, guys.
Hello. All right. Out of 12 entrepreneurs, only one succeeds, just 8.3%. How? They learned from experts, had expert work delivered, or partnered with experts. There's a theme there. I'm Ian Thompson. My startup is Engineer This. I'm here to excite you with the future plans for my company by delivering a unique pitch tonight. My quest for how things work started my journey in product engineering and product design. The quest evolved into how things are made and how they sell as I got into program management and marketing. Now, I've met too many entrepreneurs with great ideas they never pursued because they didn't have the knowledge or the skills to execute on it. I've met a few like me that did pursue their dreams, but it took us years to learn that knowledge and skills. Lastly, I've met several that went in gung-ho, got it designed, got it made, only to sit on thousands of dollars of product that ain't selling. That sucks. So here's a reality check. You need to rely on experts and you need to follow expert strategies for an efficient market entry. And that's where Engineer This delivers via our product accelerator service. With almost a decade of product creation experience, I bring confidence to your launch campaign with data-driven market strategies. My 3D modeling skills create stunning product concepts enriched with customer desired features, which I'll help you craft. I'll also provide manufacturing blueprints for sourcing and quoting. Anything design, done. In a world of expensive services, Engineer This is different. I'm here exclusively for you. I will optimize your product for the most efficient manufacturing process as I'm independent and unbiased. To sum it up, you get personalized consultations backed by almost a decade of product insights for a swift and explosive market launch. You get expert product design, improving your idea for your customers, and an efficient design optimized for the best manufacturing method. So now you ask, have you actually helped anyone, Ian? Why, yes, I have. I still can't believe all these reviews are real. It's crazy. Now, let's peek into the future. Engineer This is all about more and better. Enter phase 2. Enter phase 2, the product sourcing and support program. How do you know what manufacturing process or framework should be used to make your widget? Who do you know that can make your product at the volume you need? Do you feel confident speaking directly to a manufacturer, giving them requirements, files, and data they need? These are all questions you don't have to worry about. Utilizing my extensive manufacturing background, you come to me with a widget idea, I will get it made on your behalf. That simple. By keeping me on retainer as your personal engineer and broker, you will become one of the 8.3% of successful entrepreneurs, as you can focus on sales instead of engineering issues. It's all about more and better here. This is where I need your help to fulfill phase 2. I need more leads of small businesses. Okay. I need more leads of small businesses and entrepreneurs I can help by sourcing their products for them. I need to expand my network of manufacturing sources, and I need to make some industry partnerships so we can help each other grow. Now, I'm grateful for everyone here tonight. As a gift, subscribe to my weekly newsletter filled with entrepreneurial insights. I'm giving you access to all future issues and all previous ones for free. Now, my main mission is to speed up your product journey. Normally, I charge $100 for a jam-packed hour-long consultation where we discuss strategies, problems, and ideas. But tonight is different. Not 20% off, not 50% off. It's free. Let's talk about your service, software, and widget. Now the bonus. More and better, remember? Blending my career insights with my diverse knowledge, I'm crafting the Sourcing Success Playbook. With this guide, learn to choose ideal manufacturers, navigate technical communication, and learn how to set design requirements. The bonus? It's free. All you have to do is book a consult tonight. And a referral deal stands. The newsletter, consult, and the sourcing playbook, all free for you and your friends not here tonight. Now, EngineerThis is your startup's secret weapon. I'm your Swiss Army knife. As we venture forward, be sure to claim your gifts. Just scan the QR code on screen. Thank you, TC NewTek, for all the work you guys do putting on this event. In the words of Terry Crews, God favors the bold. Be bold with me. Thank you. All right, who's got one for me? Okay, so the question was, when does the handoff occur between me brokering the connection and the manufacturer or whoever performing the service? The way I like to help is I just want to be constantly involved. So just to make it easy on people that aren't engineers and don't have the experience, I just handle the communication for the life of the product. If that answers your question. All right, in the back.
So, listening to you, it sounds like it's mostly hardware. Do you get involved in software or apps or anything like that?
So the question is, do I only get involved in physical products or digital products too? Right now, my background is in physical products. That being said, I really found through my consultations, a lot of my ideas and strategies that I've learned in manufacturing really apply to designing anything. And I've been able to help a few app developers. And part of those sources that I want to connect with are app developers. So I can broker that process too. In the back. Sure. So the question was, do I have any examples of products that I've worked on? I've worked on handhelds, like pet toys. I've worked on a better version. If you guys have ever seen that Crunch Cup where it mixes the cereal and the milk in a container, I made like a 2.0 version for a guy who wants to sell improvements to that. It's been all across the board. I made this like a laundry hamper backpack to take traveling for people in the city, easier to take their laundry. I've done complex mechanical things. My background's all in automotive engineering, so really anything. Aaron. The question was, have I done any technical engineering like with Bluetooth? The thing I would say to that, which is what I say to a lot of people, is anything can be engineered. I believe that. Any problem can be overcome. What I help with is the strategies that take you there. Because there's plenty of great products that are technically perfect, that have Bluetooth capabilities, for example, that never see the light of day because they never get off the ground floor because the strategies aren't correct. But no, personally, I have not designed anything with Bluetooth capabilities. Gabe. That is an excellent question. The question was, when should people come to me to work with me? Right now, I've been helping people get off the ground floor. So people that haven't had any business experience, they just got an idea and they're really excited about it, just they don't know where to go next. Should they learn to code? Should they learn how to do 3D design? I help them do that with the Done For You services, and I walk them down the path. That being said, anyone who has, even if you have an existing product and you want to add to it with a new product line, give me a call. If you just starting out, give me a call. If you need alterations because you want to capitalize on launching your new product and making it more unique, or to have it optimized so you can get more profit off of it, let me know. So really any step of the way. I can walk you through the patent process too. I am connecting with a couple patent lawyers so we can just seamlessly do the transition there. All right, right there in the back. How much do I charge? That's a fun question. I'll leave it like this. Everybody's goals are different. So we can personally work together, find out your goals, find out the extent of the process you want to go through, and then we can decide something. But typically it's pretty reasonable. Right now, for the done-for-you CAD services, I was charging an hourly fixed rate, and then the consultations for like an hour was a set price. Working by sourcing your products for you, I want to actually make it pretty, very reasonable for my clients, and I'll just take a cut of, when the manufacturer does a run of your product. Anyone else?
Thanks so much. Great job, Ian. And keep that applause going there for Ian. Everybody got the QR code that wants it? Yeah? Okay. We'll move on here. Maybe we had a little bit of an interesting. Yeah. We're going to try and go back here and see if I can get it to play because it's an important one. There it is. So we want to thank Krios Consulting, and this is one I finally have a description for. Thank you, Bill, for sending this over. Krios Consulting transforms organizations through training and coaching, in-charge management, innovation, and positive psychology. They help their clients to learn, grow, prosper, and find meaning in a changing world. So Krios, and Bill in particular, is a fantastic supporter of TC NewTech. He's been around for quite a while, but he's personally helped us out more times than I can count. And thank you so much, Bill and Krios Consulting. So without further ado, let's get Chris Hart up here to show us gBeat. I'm excited about this one. I saw Chris pitch down in Ann Arbor, so I'm very excited here.
Thank you, Chris. I'm Chris Hart, CEO of gBeat, and I am super excited to be here today to share with you how gBeat elevates YouTube workouts. Okay, here's a scenario. You're ready to do a hit workout with Pamela Reif, the YouTube fitness creator seen here, who has over 9 million subscribers. Great. You have an Apple Watch on your wrist, and you're ready to start your workout with Pamela. But here's the problem. Every time you want to check your heart rate and see what zone you're in, you have to look down at your wrist. You want to check the heart rate zone you're in, you have to swipe up on your wrist. And you want to work out with dumbbells, well, that adds a whole nother layer of difficulty of looking at your wrist. All of this takes away your focus from working out with Pamela. During our customer discovery, we spoke with several folks who work out to YouTube and wear a smartwatch and or a wearable. And one of the common frustrations they had was having to look down and turn their wrist to wake up their device to see their heart rate zone and their heart rate. So how does gBeat solve for this problem? By seamlessly overlaying the data from your Apple Watch onto the display you were working out to. There it is, all on one display, personalized for a more effective workout. So with gBeat, YouTube is absolutely huge on the fitness side. And one of the unique things about YouTube, sorry, I'll step out of light. One of the unique things about YouTube is the breadth of fitness content. So say you're diabetic. There is a channel by Caroline Jordan that has over 500,000 subscribers that has content just for folks that are diabetic to work out to. We estimate 60 to 100 million people per month exercise to YouTube. And talk about smartwatches, there are over 220 million people that have a smartwatch on their wrist today and growing. And on the commercial gym side, there are over 200,000 gyms for gBeat to get deployed to. And talking about traction, earlier this year, gBeat signed an agreement with Fitness on Demand to deploy our technology at over 3,000 locations where their screens are used. And we'll be surfacing people's heart rates from their smartwatches onto those displays. So our B2C go-to-market is to partner with YouTube creators that have millions of subscribers. We've collectively spoken, we've now spoken with well over 30 different creators that collectively have over 1 million subscribers, and they are excited to bring gBeat to their channel and share it with their members. Sorry. So the way we make money on the consumer side is we have two different ways. We have a freemium model where we have sponsored ads that are sponsorship-based ads. And then if you want to opt out of ads, you can just upgrade for $25 a year for a premium paid subscription. And then on the B2B side, we have a partnership with a company called Heart Zones, which is already in 2,000 schools and gyms. And that we charge a monthly fee per location per month. So it's a typical SaaS model subscription. As we move to the bottom here, here's our 5-year projections on, in 2027, we project $20 million in revenue with $11 million in expenses with a profitability of about $9 million. So I have two asks. One is vote for gBeat. Two, if you're an investor and you're interested in what we have and what we presented here today, we're looking to raise $275,000 as a convertible note to bring gBeat to market. Here, this time, let me jump to the next page. Here we go. Q&A.
Round of applause for Chris. Let's start out there.
Gentleman back. The question is, do we have any IP? We are evaluating some IP to patent now. It is all software based. We're really relying on network effects, working with YouTube creators that already have popular channels to really be kind of first to market and really go fast and go big. Yes, sir. Gentleman in the yellow shirt. Yeah, that was a great question. So while we're going to do it very tastefully, I know everybody says that with ads, right? But so there's a summary that you get at the end that's emailed to you, and it will be like presented by Athletic Greens, presented by something that would be germane to you, germane to your fitness journey. So it's going to really be in those situations where we'd have the ads when we have come back with summary reports at the end. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I love that question. Yes, sir. Yes, great question. Yeah, so what we do is we look at their channels. This is through our discovery with YouTube creators. We pay them 2 cents per subscriber they have per month, as long as we see the appropriate engagement on the videos that they release, because we're not paying for BS numbers, right? We're paying for real people. And if we see that they have a 5% engagement when they release a new video, as a basis of their subscriber base, then we'll pay that out. That's factored in the model. Okay, awesome. Excellent. Okay, so here we go. Here's the setup. We're on youtube.com. This is a live demo. This is our browser extension right on youtube.com. I'm going to go over here and hopefully everything behaves. I'm going to hit start workout. And in a second or two. So what I did is I signed in earlier on to the browser extension, and my Apple Watch is, all right, here we go. I just received a push notification on my Apple Watch. I'm gonna hit yes to join, and in a couple of seconds. And so now we're gonna hit play on the video because we wanna see that it's live. Okay. And what you'll see here is, as soon as this playback bar goes away, it's going to pop up from the bottom. And I'm going to do jumping jacks, but I'm going to put the microphone. Well, I could do pop squats, I guess. Let's do jumping jacks just because. Oh, here we go. Look at that. My heart rate's up. It's coming live. My heart rate's going to elevate because of being up on stage, right? So it is moving. The color zones do match. It's all coming from the Watch Live. And this will be, we'll have this out before the end of the year. And let's see other questions I can answer on the Q&A. Yes, sir.
Put it back.
Yes. So I think that's a two-part question, right? One is, I want to use gBeat, but I don't want to share it with anybody else. I'd like to just see it. And in this particular scenario, it's running on your device. So it's just you. Now, if you choose to share it, you can. And we do support a live mode. And actually, that's how gBeat got started, because we started during the pandemic. So we can support hundreds of people live and create a leaderboard. But it's always your choice. It's your data. You decide. Yes, sir. That is a feature. We're just showing here the on-demand, but we have, I have a whole nother view I could show that can show a live view with because it's just me demonstrating now, but and it can be in the same room, it can be across the world, right? We have that heart leaderboard view. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I should have said that earlier. It'll work across all of YouTube today. It's not, I'm sorry, it's not released, but it's running on a cloud service. It can work on any video, any fitness video on YouTube. We are implementing, we just completed Wear OS Android. Once we're releasing fitness on demand first, that's going to happen next month. And in November, we'll bring this to market with YouTube. It's not, it'll be on YouTube. And also I want to point out, it doesn't need to be just YouTube. It's just that YouTube is the biggest channel out there. It's a confluence of getting to, there's some final development to be done, but then it's also to go to all the YouTube creators and get them signed on for ambassadors so we can do the guarantees of payments as we roll this out. Okay, do one more? All right, yeah, yes, sir. Yes, is a great question. So the question is, does the data just, is it ethereal or just, vanishes after, or is it saved? Right now, we don't save it. Everything is pushed to Apple Health Kit or Google Fit, but in the future we will. And we're going to be using an AI model so we can recommend videos to people that after we do a questionnaire, we can really guide them through a really cool YouTube journey. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks very much. Thank you so much, Chris, and keep it going for Chris there. Do you have the clicker has disappeared. I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to do this on the fly. I can do it from my computer, but that's been playing havoc on me tonight. So let's move right along here. We've got, I don't know why it's doing that tonight, guys. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. Okay, so a special thank you to Michigan Economic Development Corporation. A massive thank you for our silver sponsor, Michigan Economic Development Corporation. Michigan MEDC, in collaboration with more than 100 economic development partners, markets Michigan as the place to do business, assists business in their growth strategies, and fosters the growth of vibrant communities across the state. So thank you so much to MEDC for being a sponsor for all of this year. And we are going to get into the voting. So one last mention here tonight. Thank you so much, Marty Stevens, for the pitch prize sponsor for us. He's contributing $500. That makes this pitch prize possible for us. Marty Stevenson is a commercial realtor. And so if you need brick and mortar, you give him a call. He's been doing this since 2015. So up there on the screen, you've got a QR code for voting. You should already be checked in. We had that talk a little bit earlier. So go ahead and scan that QR code. And you should be able to start placing your votes. We are also, during this time, we're going to be doing our PSAs. So if anybody has community PSAs, please come up to the aisles. There's microphones there. You're able to make a 30-second commercial and just line up and go back and forth.
Hi, my name is Merrick Roman. I'm running for the Traverse City Commission. I would like your vote in November. I absolutely support these kind of events right here. We absolutely need startup companies and real jobs in Traverse City. So on the commission, I will do what it takes to attract more people, to have more pitches live, in person, virtual, whatever it takes. But we need to have technology and fill our downtown with economic development. Thank you. Vote Roman, November 2023.
Hello. If anyone's interested in kind of national water issues, there was a wonderful in-depth piece in the New York Times last Saturday, front page, over the fold, kind of a alarming story covering aquifers all over the nation and how some of them are being dangerously almost depleted. So it's a big article, a lot of research and good journalism. Check it out.
Okay, any other PSAs? No other PSAs. Okay, is anybody able to get into the app and do their voting? I'm noticing something on there. Everything okay? Dan's going to come up and talk to us. Can you see it? Okay. All right, we're good. So I know that we also have one more structured PSA. Jay, I've got your slides up here and ready to present that. Jay's going to share a little bit. I'll let him tell you about it. Didn't have much time to prep it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jay Meldrum from Michigan Tech. For those of you who don't know me, I live here in Traverse City, but I work for Michigan Tech in Houghton, Michigan. And Friday, one of our great researchers at Michigan Tech, do I need to push a button?
You can advance it, yeah.
There we go. One of our researchers announced that she had a several $1 million grant from the National Science Foundation, an I-Corps grant. And I'm not asking for anything other than get involved with this if you want to. The details I have out in the lobby there. I've got a sheet of paper that you can log on and look at what this is all about. But it's for a technology agnostic startup companies. It's not for blue tech. I promote blue tech. It's for any tech, any new business. You'll get 4 weeks of training from Michigan Tech faculty. Jim Baker is among them. For those of you that know him, he's the head of our intellectual property management group. Lisa Casper is involved in this, and she's come to TC New Tech and presented with her students during a startup week, and won, by the way. And this is an opportunity that starts quickly. And the reason I asked Chris to be able to bring this to your attention tonight is you got to sign up by Friday, and it starts the next Monday. And it's 4 weeks on a Monday. It's about an hour, hour and a half, and it's free to you. When you get done, you could get $1,000 back if you do enough interviews, 30 interviews with companies that you want to do business with for your idea. And then you could go on to win a $50,000 grant from NSF. So it's a no-brainer if you really have a good business idea. Any one of the companies that talked tonight could sign up for this. Again, it's technology agnostic. Later, there'll be some that are more blue tech or this tech or that tech, but this one is open to everybody. And I thought it was a great opportunity to present this tonight and make sure you're aware of it. Again, I'm not asking for anything except for you to sign up for this if you want to get involved with it. So sign up early, sign up often, and come see me and get more information about the program. It's Michigan Tech reaching out to the Traverse City community. You don't have to be a Michigan Tech student. You don't have to be an NMC student. You just have to be a community member and be accepted into the program based on filling out a small questionnaire. So I think it's a great opportunity, and I hope you take advantage of it. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jay. And we are ready to get into the fun part of the evening, which is giving away some money. So let's calculate those votes. And while we're calculating the votes, just in case any of you were worried, we did get all the votes in. It's just we had to go to the back end to get them. Again, Marty Stevenson is our pitch prize sponsor tonight. Thank you so much, Marty, for making this check possible for whoever wins the event tonight. I'm not going to give it away. All righty. So, and I just while we're waiting for this to come up, I did want to point out Oriana was one of our gold sponsors today. I know Bill mentioned it earlier. They're the reason we have food out there. So thank you so much, Oriana. We really appreciate that. And also big thanks to 20 Fathoms and our pitch prize, Marty Stevenson. So let's announce the winner. And the prize goes to Reaction Technologies. So I'm going to try and get Brandon back on the screen here. It's been, oh, she's still exercising. All right, there's Brandon. Well, congratulations, Brandon. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody in the room. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I appreciate everybody in the room, and I truly, our goal is truly to be on the front lines of safety and performance of athletes in many different sports. And just thank y'all again for this opportunity.
Oh, there we go. You want to start over again? We were
yeah, my bad. So I just want to thank y'all for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. If I could leave y'all with anything, I would just say our goal is to be on the front lines of safety and performance of athletes at all different levels. And so if y'all have any connections that can help us continue to grow, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. My email is bmartin@reaction-tech.com. And I would love to speak with y'all. But thank y'all again for this.
Congratulations. Big round of applause, everyone. And we'll make sure we get you the real check there, Brandon. You take care. We'll stay on the line and give me a second after we wrap up here. I'm going to switch us back over to the other mode. I love the virtual, but there are pieces of it that make this interesting. Okay. So we did that. All right, to wrap this thing up, we've got our True Job Board, which if you want to go check that out, the QR code is up there in the corner. This is a donation from Michigan Creative Coast and collaboration on that. I check this every couple of weeks. There's tremendous opportunity, lots of jobs up there. And then, like I mentioned before, we are no longer going to brew. We are no longer going to 7 Marks. We're going to workshop tonight. So if you want to stay in touch, tcnewtech.org is always a great resource, as well as our social media and our email campaign. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on a September hot evening, and we look forward to seeing you again next month.